Welcome to Milwaukee Unsung with Beat Justice. Man, we are sitting here in the lovely storefront here for Milwaukee Home. We felt it was fitting and only right. Thanks to Melissa. Really appreciate her allowing us to come in and shoot this show here. It's very special to us, and she really represents the whole music community when I say that. So I think from everybody here, we thank you. And we thank Be Justice for coming in on such a incredible snowy day.
We live here, man. This is what it is. This is what we deal with. You know, Milwaukee Home, exactly. You know, anybody that's from here, we used to the snow. It ain't nothing new.
Yeah, man. Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off. One question. I know everybody asked this question, but myself, I know I always like to hear it for myself. But you know, how did you get your start in this? I mean, were you inspired and just like one day trip over a cassette CD record or something? Al Green, you know what? I'm gonna start rapping. I mean, what gave it to you?
It's hard to really pinpoint what, you know, in your childhood you get something happen and it's like, man, this is what I like. And it was so many moments. I'm not sure which one was first, but it was one time I was in my mom's back seat and that song, Ain't No Future in Your Friend. I think that's how I go, Ain't No Future in Your Friend. The beat was whamming, dog. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but this is nice. I was probably like 4 years old, but I remember that. And then after that, it was what made me really want to rap. My auntie had a CD. It was LL Cool J's, like, at the time, greatest hits. So the CD had probably like radio and the Hey Lover joint, you know, just to give you a time span of his work. And the whole CD through, I listened to it. I'm like, dog, this is cold. Like, I didn't know nothing about him, but I said, whoever this guy was. And that show you how late I am. I got it in like 96 and 97. I mean, dude was, you know, early 80s. But when I heard him, like, man, this is what I want to do. And ever since then, I memorized every line off that CD from first song to last. And I would recite it like it was mine. I would go around and just rapping it like it was mine. And all my friends was like, man, that's tight. Is that you? I was like, nah, but you saw how I did it. And eventually I just started writing my own stuff, man. So it's really music. It's always been a part of me. It's always been my day-to-day. I mean, there's many stories I could give you, but when I really got heavy into it was my uncle. He bought some studio equipment when I was like in high school because he wanted to start a record label. He called it Brew High Entertainment, and he wanted me to do A to B. Like, you make the beats, you record, you do this, you do that. So that's when I honestly got to learn how to make music. And then, man, after that, I told myself, this is what I'm going to do. I never thought otherwise. I never thought, well, maybe I should just, get a job or something like that. It was just always, this is what I'm going to do. And each step of my life was just one move closer to doing it. I got to do this so somehow I can make music. I ran a studio for a second. I was selling beats, and I got to the point where I didn't want to waste no more time. I was probably like 22, and I would record people, and then afterwards I'd be so drained. I never worked on my own music. I just would be like, I want to go home, because it felt like a job. It was like, it wasn't, what I loved. So I shut all that down, and I said, I'm just gonna buy beats from people, and I'm gonna go to other people's studio that really know what they doing. I'm gonna fuck with whoever. Can I say that? Can I say fuck? Cool. Yeah, fuck, bitch, all that. I'm gonna go to get the cuss. Yes, the top people that I feel could do this, because I felt like that's who I was supposed to be working with. I wanted to work with the best. So I started working with my man Godzilla. He was highly, recommended, had a great reputation, and he didn't mess with everybody, and that's what I liked. So I got with him through my man Champ, who did my first video. Shout out Champ, and we made Law and Order. And it wasn't a situation where I was just going somewhere to pay somebody to record me, though I paid him for everything he did. But we kind of developed a relationship where we were collaborating. Like, I got way more than what I actually paid for just because we got to make music together. So it turned out dope, and I liked the sound. I put it out. I got some good feedback about it. We did a video called On Wood, and that did what it did. And man, and then after that, I kept working. I kept working with different people, and I started working with my man Chad Roper. Shot my man Chad Roper, and we made Law. We made Scholar Life 2. I did Scholar Life 1 with Zilla, and we made 2, and then it got a little bit heavier. It got bigger. I get to move around in different cities and go on tours with people, and get the feedback of people who don't know me. My name is Brandon J. Linton, and when I was younger, I used to mess with the name BJ, but I really didn't like it just because, that could be a joke. So, I stayed away from it. But, it was always my initials, and I just was looking for something that really, represented what I wanted to do with music, but it needed to, start with a J. And I felt like I would do it justice, so it just stuck. When I was in high school, I came up with that, and it didn't go. So since then, that's been the name, Be Justice. Scholar Guy is kind of like, it's not an alter ego or anything like that. It's like a code of how I'm approaching life. I'm branding it my own. It's the scholar life. And my thing is just making moves and doing it smarter, not harder. Finding a way, like the logo is a guy who got his feet up like this, but he got a crown on his head, And it's kind of like a way of, how can I get through this world and find a way to make money without working as hard. Well, working hard, but not physically having to bust my ass and not actually get ahead and get to the next level. I don't knock the 9-to-5 life, but it just, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for myself and build it to something great. And so it's just a smart way of going about, my day-to-day living, my day-to-day life. I had a regular job before, but I hated it. I hated every day of it, and I thought every day, how could I get unemployment? How can I get unemployment? How can I get, leave and get unemployment? So I can honestly, just chill out a little bit and focus on what I honestly want to do. And, my mom at the time was like, don't do that. You're going to be asked out, So I'm like, I think I'm going to be all right. And so, I did it, and can't say how I did it, but I did it. And, I started focusing on hustles that I knew to, get myself ahead, without having to go to jail, because there's many ways to do that. And there's a lot of people around me, and that, just was in that lifestyle, and I just, they kept bumping their head. I'm like, well, how can I get some money in my pocket but not bump my head? So when I was in high school, my senior year of high school, I was ready to buy me a car. I was working at Outpost. I saved up all this money. I was about to buy me a car. And my uncle, he worked at a car lot in Chicago, and he used to go to the auctions, bring cars back for a good price, and then sell them. So I'm like, so I could get me a nice little car for a little bit of money. So I saved up $1,000. He took me with him. I found a car for like $500. So I'm happy. It was a 96 Cutlass Supreme. You would have thought it was a Bentley. When I got it, it was the business. And I drove it to school. First day of school, this dude that I knew, he sold drugs. Everybody knew he sold drugs. We always had money. He's like, what you want for that? I'm like, I ain't selling it, man. I just got this. Ooh, I ain't say how much I paid for it. was like, man, I'll give you 15 right now. I said, come on with it. Let's go. So he took it. I gave him the title the next day, and I called Unc like, hey, I need to go get another car. Come on with it. Let's. Sitting is different because I opened for Mark Battles. Mark Battles, he's a independent artist who's making some noise. He doing this thing. And we were at a concert hall, and the sound guy was trash. He was trash. Like, mid through the set, music kept cutting off. It was bad, but I kept my energy. I was getting the crowd into it. Make some noise for the sound guy, even though he was bullshit. They was clapping for him. Just trying to get him to get it together, because he was really fucking up my set, and I was trying not to be mad on stage. DJ Snack Daddy, my DJ, he back there throwing hats, and he pissed off. I'm like, just chill out, man. We all right. But the experience, they loved it. When the music was on, when it didn't keep getting cut off, they were really messing with it. And these people didn't know me. They didn't know anything about me or anything, but it felt like I touched them, So it was just another reassuring moment that, I should keep doing this, because it feels great. So yeah, that was my first one, I believe. I think.
I'm actually wondering, because a lot of people that watch the show are other artists.
Mm-hmm.
And they're always looking for that edge. They're always looking for that one nugget of information that can help them, get to the next level, and really look at examples like yourself. And it's funny, when you said that scholar guy and some of the things, it made me wonder, do you read? And if you do, what kind of stuff do you read, and how has it helped in, your transition and getting you where you are today?
On a day-to-day basis, I'm looking at what it is because anything you want is some knowledge. You gotta learn how to do it. And with every move that I'm making, I'm on the computer probably 3-4 hours a day, getting research about what it is, like tour management, or I don't know how to do it, so let me get some details. Let me find some people that actually know how to do it, stuff they've written. So, it's not mostly books, it's more of, whatever the task is I'm trying to get to at that point in time. Like right now I'm trying to figure out how to productively put a tour together. So I've been online, like heavy, just reading, research, and seeing other things that other artists, independent artists, have done to do it. So that's where most of it get into, One person. So you basically saying, if I'm on an island, I only take one album. That's what you like. I'm only taking one catalog.
No. You get to take the artist.
The whole artist.
You get to take the whole artist.
The artist.
Yeah. Okay. Since you brought it up, we'll say album, but then we'll say artist, because that might be two different people.
Man, I can't listen to the same thing all day, everything. I may just stop, rap my own raps to myself, and then put it on. But
like Kanye.
Man, it gotta be Jay-Z, man. If I gotta pick, it gotta be Jay-Z. It's just to grow up seeing something extremely official, like all the way official. Very authentic, very business minded. Showed you, how to run a business, how to, be a black man in this business and all in different businesses. Just, man, the whole way through, from the early music, the flow, it gotta be Jay-Z. If I gotta take one, but you can't give me just one album though. You gotta let me take like the catalog, I like.
Okay.
Artist.
Yeah, all right. So I got him. I got speakers, and he get to be on stage, just going in whenever I feel like hearing that song.
Right.
I'm bringing Jay-Z. Yeah. Pause.
Yeah. Man. All right. We're gonna go from there then. Out of favorites. Favorite producer of all time?
Timbaland.
Timbaland.
Early Timbaland.
Wow. Now see, you know what? Hold on. Cause see, it's interesting. Not only did you say Timbaland, but you differentiated time period. You said early Timbaland.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I don't know why.
Why? I want to know why. Why you separate?
First things first, Timbaland is the greatest producer. To me, he's the best producer. For the whole time span. But in my days of, developing what my flow was gonna be and what my sound was gonna be and what I liked and what inspired me is early Timbaland beats. It's the Genuine album, the Missy Elliott album, the first Timbaland and Magoo, Our Worlds album. It was so cold, man. It was like the beats were just it just had like it was like they was kicking it. It was like, damn, this feel good. So yeah, man, that's number one. But the earlier beats, music is an emotion, you feel it. When you get some good music, you feel it. And that's what I feel. I feel the early Timbaland, some more than the current. That's all.
More emotion. It seemed like
personally with me,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't, for everybody. But for me and what I even go back to today and be jamming to, yeah, man, early Timbo. Like, I can't tell you when he started, but, like the prime time for me was, the Jay-Z's Jigga What, Jigga Who, that era, like that late 90s, early 2000s, and then with what was that dude named, the white cat? Bubba Sparks. The joints he had, the beats he had, like, man, it was just like he was on a spaceship somewhere, man, just making music. Like, it just was unheard and so unique. So
they had to pick a spot to say randomly off the top of my head. I'm saying like maybe get some clothes. Where would you tell them, man? This is my favorite spot. Definitely, if I'm in Milwaukee, never been here, I gotta come to this one spot.
If you were gonna come to Milwaukee, the biggest and greatest stamp we have right now is Milwaukee Home. It gets seen all over the place, and they know about it. Milwaukee Home is, man, you gone, you out of here, you up there with the officials of the city. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you're gonna go somewhere, you're gonna come to Milwaukee. You want to get a little taste and some nice stuff. Yeah, Milwaukee Home store, of course. You know what's funny? People come shop here before they go out of town. Like, I've been hit. This is crazy. I've been called, like, where's the Milwaukee Home store? I'm about to go to Atlanta. I want to go get me a shirt, a hoodie. I'm like, it's down yonder. I go to the address. Yeah, like anybody that's from here, when they're going out of town and they about to go flex, they about to go stand in front of something, or they about to, show, I'm out of town, I'm on vacation. Milwaukee Home shirt. It's just, how you stamp. And then you get asked about it too when you're out of town. They just ask you random Milwaukee shit about.
There black people?
Yeah, there black people there.
Are these people for real?
Milwaukee.
I don't know. I haven't seen one yet. That's what I thought.